everyone. Welcome to my stream. And again, last week was a bit of a last minute thing. I was actually at DevNexus, the big conference here in the US, based in Atlanta, primarily Java focused. Maybe some of you were there. Maybe some of you have heard about it or kind of watched any of the recordings in the past. I think they publish recordings too. But anyway, welcome to my stream today. And as such too, I am not at home, so then I'm not using my green screen. I'm just at the hotel room here, which is nice. Right now, I finished with today's customers visit. We did like a workshop. Workshop in the sense that it isn't like, you sit down and do coding type. It's kind of making sales, right? And these are the sales teams asking developers, asking advocates, asking technical people, product managers. So it's just a small team, like two salesperson with us, three of us advocates, and also product manager. And so that was very good, just to, for me too, I think sometimes I feel like, okay, I'm not really sales, but on the other hand, I am also sales. This is, somehow too, we all need to be able to, help too, company, we're here, a business trying to, so to speak, right, generate income, so to speak. And so, and I'm sure too, what you're doing now too is to help your company earn income, right? But in a very good way. I think we have good technology. That's the whole point. So, but anyway, just catching up. Last week, if you were at my episode, I was at DevNexus and ran into Bruno, the Java man from Brazil. And I'm sure a lot of you know him because he came onto my stream in the past, and also he invited me to his stream. He's frequently doing a lot of presentations and things like that. So yeah, so it's really good. I think he's definitely a very good influence to the community. He's all about community, and he's always thinking about that and doing things for the community. And most important of all, helping you, right, the developers, or if you wanting to become a developers, I'm hoping that you're watching the stream. And again, not sure if this has been useful. I mean, this whole pandemic thing's been long enough. All of us are perhaps still not comfortable going outside and kind of do the people thing. And talking about which too, and I do not blame you, because right now we are far from over, right? The coronavirus is still around. It's not going to go away. But the thing is too, I feel, is with the latest variant, the Omicron, and earlier was Delta, and then now Omicron, and maybe another new variants, it appears that everything is less dangerous, less risky than before. So, which is a good thing. So even last week too at DevNexus, you might have heard, if you've been following DevNexus on Twitter, there have been a lot of folks that I wouldn't say a lot, but definitely more than the average number of people tweeting about the fact that they got COVID positive, right, test result. So even for me, I waited a couple of days, right? The conference was started on like Wednesday. So I waited, they said it's about 4 or 5 days. So on Monday, before I made and this other trip that I'm currently at, right? And I went also for another testing, just officially. I went to a pharmacy that had the clinic. If you're in the US, you're familiar with CVS. So made a schedule, that way things are being done official. So thankfully, I'm all clear. And actually all along too, I have been feeling pretty good. So that's not bad. And by the way, I'm realizing that my on my stream, my share screen is not showing. Why is it so? Okay, I'll switch back to here right now. Then I'm gonna try again to share my screen, because I'm noticing on my control screen is not showing my share screen. I just wanted to show, right? Again, today, I just wanted to talk a bit too, and I hope you're finding it helpful that I'm showing you things that are about streaming. And that's, again, my topic area is doing streaming, right? Event streaming and things like that. They are asynchronous concurrency. We're talking about that and able to do a lot of things in concurrent. And I just noticed Max. Hello, Max. Would you like to join me? Again, you're welcome to join. I think because I'm starting my stream later today, as such, right? If you're listening to me, I'm again, out of town, and so I wasn't able to start earlier. I came back to the hotel and then I was like checking email. There were a couple emails going around. I needed to take care of things. So that's why I'm late. But Max, let me know if you're interested because I'll invite you onto my stream too. Or anyone too, if you are interested in joining me and coming, just have a chat first. And like I said, right, I'm hoping to show the Astra DB, right? So as such, right, I wanted to tell you folks, right, if you want to play around with Cassandra, right, Cassandra in the cloud, and as such, Max joined me, and then with Otavia last month, right, a couple of weeks ago, I had Otavia who worked also help out with Cassandra. So DataSex has a managed database Cassandra platform that anybody can use it, and you get $25 automatically when you sign up, right, as a credit that you can use for your own research. And to me, I think it's a good way if you want to learn, right? So I wanted to show you about that and also how easy it is, right? If you just want to play around, you're not going to go right away production, right? And you want to play around just setting up essentially a one node cluster, whatever. It's just a, kind of low usage. You can actually, the $25 is very sufficient for a whole month. So if you want to do that, right? So yeah, and Max, I don't know if you are here or not, but if you're here, let me know if you want to join. I can send you a link, and let me see if I can kind of post it to you, maybe. Let me send it to you. So if you want to, feel free to join. And let me give me a second because I need to log back onto my Discord over here because my Discord is on my other system. I have to give you the link over here. Okay, you know what I'll do? I'll just copy the link over, and then if you'd like to join too, feel free to let me know, and I can do that. And let me do this one thing. And before I because I have my Discord running on my other system and I haven't got it and I forgot my password. So let me use another route of copying over this link, and then I can send it over to Max, right, on my other system. So if anybody, right, I'm really, I mean it, if you want to come and join and just chat a little bit, right? And I know maybe not everybody is interested in that, but anyway, let me copy this link for you, Max. And I don't know if Max, you're wanting to join or not, but so okay. So I just sent you the link, Max. If you want to join, feel free to join me, and I can add you. So, but otherwise, too, I'm just gonna keep talking. Let me see if I can share that screen on the Astra DB. Right. Okay, here we go. I think it now is showing up on my screen. But on my test window, let me see if that's showing up. I realized it wasn't showing up before. Oh, here we go. So, okay, good. So yeah, Max, whenever you are here, when I see you, if you want to join, right, I can add you. But otherwise, I'm just gonna do this, right? And actually, let me make myself a little bit, okay, nope, not this, not that. Just wanted to, okay, this might be better. Or no, actually, I'm like too big, right? That's another thing. Maybe I don't need to be on here, right? Let me see. Okay, I can't do these other layouts. So yeah, there are plenty of layouts I can give it a try. So yeah, this might be better, the best. Okay, so I'm just gonna go, and then if you're interested in trying out the Astra DB, right, you can try it. Let me share that with you all. Banner. I think I have a banner already for Astra. Oh, I didn't. Okay, let me do that. This one is Astra DB. So that's the DataSex. You can say free tier, right? Free tier. Sign up for the Cassandra cloud, right? Cassandra on the cloud, and Astra.DataStax. Okay. I think that's it. So let me. Why is this not showing up? Wait. For some reason, it's not showing up. I just added this. Okay, let me do it again. Maybe I did it wrong. I'm sorry. Add new. Oh, maybe because. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. I kind of type it into the wrong type, so it's not showing up onto my thing over here. Here we go. Okay. So astra.datastacks.com. So if you want to go there, let me kind of make sure to Astra.datastacks.com. There we go. Okay, that's the correct one. Okay, all right. So if you want to try it out, right? Feel free to do that. And then again, I also send this over the link over to Max. If Max, if you want to join me, you're welcome to. Like I said, I'm just gonna hop over to the Astra DB. So if you are new to this, you can sign up right over here. The sign up, you can just quickly sign up. You just, there's no need for credit card. I always like that, right? And so it makes it easier to, or you can sign up with your email or sign up, kind of single sign on with your Google account or GitHub account too. But for me, I already have my Google account. Oh, that is funny. Okay, I sign up actually with my data stack, so it's fine. So, oh, it's actually asked me for password. Why did it do that? Okay, because I don't actually have the database password. Okay, you know what I'll do? Let me kind of stop sharing, because what happened is that I think it goes by the profile that I have with my current account. So I'm gonna share a different one. Let me do this. Let me share a different. Let me share. Now I cannot find my share. Okay, share. Okay, and let me share my Chrome tab. This guy. Okay, here we go. So I think that now you can see my Astra DB. Yeah, I need to use the proper account in order to to be. Oh wait, I share it, but then here we go. Okay. All right, so I already skipped through because I forgot to share. I mean, meaning that I didn't actually share, click on the share right away. So anyway, so let me go back here. So as you can see, right, this is the Astra, DataStax Astra. To me, I think it is a really good way to get started if you want to learn Cassandra on the cloud. It's already all hosted. It's really, really not that difficult. Now, that's the thing, right? And that's our customers was saying that, well, this is all good. If you want to try with one node, create a simple database and all of these things, a small cluster, it's not hard to do. You want to do streaming, want to do this thing called change data capture. And it's, as a matter of fact, if you're especially working with enterprise company, you'll find that change data capture is probably a very good functionality that you'll find is useful. Now, I agree. Sometimes if you work on small projects, maybe it's not as pertinent that you need to look for solutions like that. But for say enterprise company, right? Company that are dealing with large sets of data that's in a database, you want to be able to capture any change in the state of your data. Then how do you do it, right? Now, a lot of times too, of course, you can develop your own program to track changes, but very soon you'll find that it is not very kind of an easy to do things if you have to track the changes of 100 tables, right? On certain change in the value in a certain column. That can become quite a large task, right? Now, what do you think, right? If you are saying 100 tables, but they all get replicated, right, to different databases, and not only that, sometimes with the big data, there's sharding, right? That's kind of absurd, if you're familiar with database sharding, meaning that your same database, it can be actually physically placed in different partitions on your disk, or even not on the same disk, right? Things like that. All of these can get unruly if you're doing it by yourself. It could be difficult, right? Unless if you use some database API that would have facilities of helping you to rebalance, right? If you need to, your system grows and all of your data is storing at different locations, there will be software to control all of them, to tie them all logically together. So this is when features such as like change data capture is very useful, because as such, right, this is kind of capturing any kind of changes in your column. So in that case too, it abstracted out things for you. So then as a developer, we don't actually have to manage how do you do all the replication in between. If your table grows or shrink, you need to be able to kind of make sure that the data on that are residing on different locations, they need to be kind of sync up all correctly, that type of stuff. So that's when you will find that using a feature such as change CDC, we call it, then you'll find that to be very useful. So, okay, let me go back to this screen and make sure if there's any more chat. I think, yeah, I only see Max here still. Anyway, so that's something to kind of try out. Again, now I wanted to show you, right? First, let's kind of create a table in, let's say, in Cassandra first, right? Oh, Max, I see Max now. Let me add him. Hey, Max, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Sorry. I was watching you in another window, and the echo
Oh,
is start me to
oh, okay,
do
yeah.
a little confusion in my head.
No problem
Okay.
at all. Yeah, welcome.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you have been very
Hi.
supportive. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure where everybody has gone, but I think everybody may be feeling like a Zoom fatigue or something, or maybe, and I know what I'm working on now, maybe like less of people's mind, right? If you're a Java developer, I'd say people are more interested in, oh, how do you maybe do certain kinds of structuring the data, or doing more the compute. Is that right? You think, Max? Yeah, because I'm finding that not as many people are coming to my stream as it used to be, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, well, maybe the problem is the time that you are starting the streaming.
sure,
Probably that is a new
you're
one,
right.
so that's there's no right. The people
That's
don't
true.
join. But
Sure.
I'm a little. I have an idea. Do you think
Sure.
that we are able to create a Java application and consuming DB Astra right away in a 1 hour? Right now, for
Oh, that.
example, let's suppose I will get start something right now, and you will teach me, and we can do
Oh.
something like that. To understand,
Oh, sure,
it's a
sure,
good
sure.
challenge. It's a good challenge.
Sure, sure. Yeah, that part is very true. That you are right. Yeah. The problem with me is, I think, because every time I jump in and then I didn't have the materials ready. So yeah.
Oh,
So yeah. Yeah, but yes, let's investigate on how to do that part. You're right. I actually did something with the Pulsar client too, that I did, right? It's like kind of publish. How do you publish a message to the topic, and then how do you consume it? I think I did that,
oh,
but that was quite a while ago. You're right. Yeah, when I first started, and now it's been like 4 weeks since I joined, or 4 or 5 weeks. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, that would be good. Yeah, I think that's a great suggestion. So okay, yeah. Why don't we do that? Right? Should we? Would it make sense then, like essentially doing a publish of a message to the topic, or would that be, kind of like a good example to try, or what do you think? Just write an application and then consumer messages, or something like that.
do you think that it's easier to use a kind of create a kind of streaming application, a little streaming application? I think that
Oh,
it's a good one, but I don't know if you have a kind of an idea to how to do this, because it's easier to it's interesting to get started on it. So in a sense, for example, let's create a kind of application. It's a kind of game that I produces a kind of movement, and another application will consume it, the streaming, and something like that.
oh,
I don't know if we can do something like that. I know that it's a
yeah,
unexpected kind of question that I that I did to you, but
yeah,
I think that if you want to do something interesting like
yeah,
that, I will able to do this. Maybe we can get start some, for example, I will get start a spring application, and I create a connectivity to Astra,
yeah,
to
yeah.
Pulsar, and something like that. The problem is that I'm not, I don't have how can I say, account on Astra system or
Oh,
something like that. So but but we can do
Yeah.
something exploration thing, just like that.
Exploration. Yeah. Totally, totally. Of course. Yeah. And then I'm finding it strange as I'm talking with you. I'm actually not on that screen, but for some reason, I don't know who is triggering that going to this page, and then all of my database are gone. This is very strange. But in any event, let me kind of try to go back to this. All my database are gone. How
Oh,
did that happen? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure like why this is all then gone, but you don't think anybody get into my account, right? Anyway, there could be something kind of going on in the. Oh, here we go. It pops back right back. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah. As I was doing that, yes. Yeah, like I said, Astra, right? I'm also giving everybody the link that you can actually sign up for the account just right here. I kind of display it in the bottom left side if you want to do that. And then, yeah, writing an application, that is true. Maybe should we do something like, yeah, what would be good? Maybe just illustrating something very simple. What I was thinking of is that because we were talking with customers, and as I mentioned, right, it's probably at a workplace very common is that you store your data in the database, and then we want to be able to track the changes that are happening in maybe certain columns, right, in your database. And then if there are changes in a column, then it will trigger some action to do, maybe send out an alert if a value is greater than something. For example, right, that will be an example. So what I was trying to do is that, well, let's see how, if we, use the feature called change data capture, and then utilizing actually is a pulsar underneath, because it's just more like any kind of changes we're tracking in that database column will essentially issue a write over to a topic, right? That's actually a pulsar topic pops up. So pulsar is essentially a broker too. It has that capability of publishing some data over to your topic, and then basically whoever is interested can then subscribe to this to listen to the changes, and then from there maybe then we can take the change data and transform it and then write it out to what is called a sink, right? That is very common in PubSub system, that we build out different data pipelines, a source and then a sink, right? The source is the source of data, and then basically subscriber first, and then you then output it to a sink. And then very often too, I think in a real life scenario, from what I learned is that usually you like to do search, right, on the data too, in real time. So you can actually write out to an Elasticsearch sink, for example. So then that data will become available for searching like that. So it gets dropped onto the sink, right? These are dynamically changed kind of data that can be immediately be fetched by any client that are interested in maybe knowing what's going on in the data. So that's kind of mechanically explaining a case that can be used like that. But should we then just try this out, or does it make sense, or would that be of interest, you think, to essentially maybe we can, should we then, maybe first we should just do an application that's kind of just be a publishing client, maybe we create a database first, basically, and then every, I don't know, like a minute, we will have a publishing client will go and change the value maybe in that database, some column in the database, maybe modify it. And then at the same time, we have subscriber listening to any changes in that column. So if there's changes occur, then we'll maybe first we won't be so complicated. We can just subscribe and then display the new value of these that has been changed in a database. Would that make sense? It seems like a very, very simplified example, but that will be a way of illustrating, having a pops up kind of mechanism to kind of sense what kind of has been changed, and then we display it. Does it make sense? Or
yeah,
next
yeah.
maybe?
It
Yeah.
makes, yes, yes. We
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All
sorry.
right. You need to
Okay,
answer a call. Go ahead. Yeah,
yeah,
you need
we can.
to.
Uh, oh, sorry. My wife is talking to me at the same time. Oh, but
We'll take care of
okay.
it,
Let
right?
me go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Let go
No
back.
problem.
So we maybe we can do something something very simple thing. So for example,
Mm-hmm.
I have been work on an interview task that I have been trying to do just for studying purpose,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And
Yep.
one of the requirements that I need to do is to scraping data from a web service and on a web. And with
Mm-hmm.
this kind of information, I need to fill my data, my local database, because I will use this data
Yep.
for a gaming purpose, something like that.
Yep. Okay.
The database, the API is an external API, and this one offered us a kind of movies with ranking movies, and with voting and something like that, that we can compare which movies is more popular than another one. Understand me? So
Mm. Okay.
and this issue that I'm trying to solve. Okay, I'm able to do that in my local machine. I can use Fang, a library
Mm-hmm.
from Spring, to consume those things, and I store in my local database, a SQL
Mm-hmm.
database, for example. But I think that we can use Astra DB, Cassandra, something like that,
Yeah.
in order to work those things in more, no, how can I say, more, how can, in a easy way, instead of to use my local machine, because we know that
Yep.
the logic is a little different, because I need
Yeah.
to consume a couple movies, and I store this couple movies in the database.
Yep.
I don't know if you can do this. If you can do this in a how can I
Yeah.
say, in a 40 minutes, but
Oh, yeah.
if we are able to do something like that, just to create a kind of
Mm-hmm.
scaffold, just
Yes. Definitely.
to
Yeah.
just to work in
Working.
it in the next
Yeah.
sessions. For
Next
example,
session we
we can
continue, right?
we can
Yeah.
continue, and I think that it's good, because we
Yeah.
can, for me, for example, I will learn much more about
Yeah.
Cassandra, about those technologies that are
Sure.
around this kind
Sure.
of technology. So
Sure.
um
Sure.
I,
Yeah.
I don't know if you if you can get started. We can, for example, host
Mm-hmm.
this kind of application, or a Roku and something like that, that
Mm-hmm.
we can give that in the working
Sure.
remotely, something like that. But
Sure.
I don't know if you are able to do that some right now.
Yeah.
Just
I,
I'm just curious, and of course
yeah.
I'm put my English on the
No, no,
practice
no,
right
no.
now. So
I understand. I understand what you're saying. I think that is actually an excellent idea to actually build as a very simple application that essentially will make use of these technologies, right? To kind of use them and build, just to illustrate how can you do it kind of quickly, maybe something not way too
yeah,
complicated, right? Just having
yeah,
maybe yeah, think of that application first and then go and design and it start implementing, right? So
sure,
yeah,
sure,
so would that make sense? First of all, I think we can do it quickly. Is, let's say, right, I wanted to, okay, another thing is there is some kind of what you call like limitations right now, but let me kind of make sure first of all, right? Like,
sure, sure.
if anything else, we want to start like you said, right? Maybe we'll use your example. You said you are using a gaming application. Is that right? So you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be able to capture the any kind of changes and maybe capture all of the changes and write to a table in the
yeah,
database, right?
yeah,
And then from there, what I was more thinking of, because a change data capture pattern is really for uh, think of it like a sensor. This type of capability is if we put in the capability in the table, and if there are any changes, basically we will leverage on this feature that will then maybe write the changes to another table, something, right? In other words, some way of notifying that, okay, well, this, you enter in the changes, but immediately too, if there are changes occurring in the data, we will do something about it, right? And
Okay.
so would that be good? Or first of all, maybe we can first do the table first, right?
Do,
Design
do,
a
do
quick
you
table. And
do you want that I give you a better explanation about this kind of application? Because I think that we can use those capabilities. For example, uh, the scrapping that I need to do in order
scrapping,
to
yeah,
consuming the API.
yeah,
Well, what's happening it is, let me try to explain those things.
sure, yeah,
Firstly, I need to populate my database with the movie data. So the
mm-hmm,
movie, those data, the records of this data, is represents a movie with its voting, its rank. For example,
mm-hmm,
the movie A, the Batman movie, for example, has
mm-hmm,
uh, 10% of the approval of the audience than another one, for example.
yeah,
But in order to create this database, firstly, I need to consume a paginable query, and this
yeah,
query offer me a couple data. For example, the IDs of the movies. But I need to do another search in order to get the detail of the movie. So
okay,
I need to do enhancements of the database. So I think if we use the capabilities that Astra can offer us, we
yeah,
can, for example, subscribe
yeah,
some application
exactly,
in order to uh, capture the change and and
yeah,
do a lot of some processing and then start
yeah,
again in another database and something like that. And
that's right,
once those things are ready,
yeah,
the game is, for example, the player one is playing against the player two, or maybe
mm-hmm,
one player, 1-1, for example. But the game is, the application will offer two movies, and the player needs to choose what is the most famous
oh,
between those things.
okay,
So when the user choose one, I need to store the ranking. I need to store the ranking between the any kind of players around the application, just like that. So
oh,
maybe we can hook some functionality, some logic,
mm-hmm,
holding data and processing and creating some data in order to make those things works as
mm-hmm,
expected. I,
okay,
I, I think that I
mm-hmm,
will work on it. I will try to explain those things in a better way, in a better
yeah, yeah,
format,
no problem,
and
yeah,
we can talk later in order to
sure,
create a
yeah,
kind of plan. How can we organize this
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
development in our
development, yeah,
in
yeah,
our stream sessions? So, for example,
yeah, yeah, sure,
create this kind of thing. It's good because we
mm-hmm,
can see those things in working, and
mm-hmm,
we can feel how those things can improve
yeah,
our day by day work in the
yeah.
sense. So
Yeah, 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 totally. Yeah, I think I totally agree with you. If we can talk about it, but without example, it doesn't make sense, right? So we want some like real life example that actually everybody can look at and learn from, and how do you solve like problem that's actually yeah, a use case, right? That will be useful.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
to actually, yeah, a good use case. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that will be, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I like the idea that we maybe, like an application doesn't get done in one day, right? Or something. Just one
sure,
session is
sure,
really
sure,
like
sure,
an
sure.
hour, 1, 2, but we can spread it out maybe a simple application that can be done, in 5 sessions or something. We kind of break it down, so we do little chunks at a time. Maybe target to have something that can be done within 4 to 5 sessions, let's say. So sometimes I stay on this stream for 2 hours every time, but it can be an hour and a half, something like that. Then maybe 4 or 5 hours is I spend 6 hours on just building a simple application, something like that, right? Or break it down.
And then maybe we can create a kind of engagement in your users and then and the Discord users and the audience in order to participate on those things, maybe creating a kind of issues on on a project repository, and the people will incrementing those things using using your technology, data stacks technologies in order to understand and they feel how those things works. And I think it will be a good idea. It will be a great idea. It's gonna be awesome in the future.
Totally. Yeah, some kind of small exercise that we work on together. Using this technology. Totally. I agree. But say for today, should we then go ahead and just should we brainstorm first, or should we, brainstorm? And we can do it agile, right? We can quickly come up with something, maybe design a table, and then quickly create the table. Maybe that's what we can start with and see how far we can get. Okay. So I'm in here, but should we actually, now I think of it, should we go for maybe having like a whiteboard, just draft out what can be done first? What do you think? Right now, now I'm back at this Astra, but I'm sharing this browser, so I can actually start a let's say whiteboard or something, and then we can write things down. I think whiteboard. What would it? There's a mural.
But I don't have I don't have
you don't
Miro account. Let me see.
Oh, you don't have? Well, you can tell me what you have too. Or is it in Google? Do we have anything in Google? Is it like a jam? Google?
I can. We can design something on there on a Google design, something like that.
Design.
We can do this. We can do this. Let me.
Then we can share that, and you and I can. Is it Google Design? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never used. I've never used Google Design. Is this the one? Google Design then, or no? Right, this isn't the one. Well, or I just know of it. Is it a Jam? Right? Is it Google Jam or something? I don't know. Is there a whiteboard? I'm just more thinking of a Google Jamboard. There we go. Yeah.
Jamboard. We can use Jamboard if you want.
Okay.
Feel free to choose anyone. Let me see. I think that I can use some.
Share this.
Google Draw, for example. We can use
Google Draw.
like
okay.
You can.
Okay. Google Draw, maybe you said.
Maybe.
Okay, I found out it's not sharing because because I don't have my green screen, right? It's not as easy. But Google Draw, is that right? Or
let me try to find out the link.
Yeah. There's a drawing, Google Drawing, right?
Drawing.
Let me share this. Let me see if you can get to it. This one, this is the Google Drawing. So let me kind of do this one thing out unshare that thing. I forgot that, and then basically.
I'm not sure if there are UML graphics on there. I don't know because maybe it's easier to design the components of the application. I'm not sure. Maybe
should I share?
Diagram. I don't know if diagram works. Let me see.
I can share with you too, right? If I share, I don't know if I can share with you. Let me see. How can I? I can't directly. If I give that to you, the link, then you can also get on this board too. So let me kind of go over here and share that with you. Then you can also.
Okay.
Copy link.
Let me create the file. I will send you the link. You want to send the link?
Yeah, because what you see right now, I just got the link. I was going to mail it to you. Then you can have access to that, right? Yeah, I just sent it to your Discord. If you want to see if you can get to it. Right?
I can use it. Yeah.
Let me make sure. I think it is shareable, right? Anybody with the link? Okay,
Oh,
just
I requested the
oh, you
access.
requested.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Let me uh oh, because it's copy the link and
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so
I think that you receive an email.
oh, it's in mail. Okay, let me
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, actually, okay. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's right. I can get it. Then I will just say editor and sharing. Okay, you share this file. Okay, so let's see if you can because I click on
Yeah, I got it.
really? Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Send.
Yeah.
I want to send it just in case to share. Okay. All right. That should be good. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I see you. Okay. All right. Good. So yeah, we can yeah do something with it. I'll just say Google Drawing, but this one is kind of say the uh, Mary's Twitch project. This one is we start today is like say April today, April 12th? No, 20th. Oh, I can't believe it's already April 20. Okay. I just can't name it so we know it's from today. So yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, yeah. Okay. So maybe if you want, because what you were just saying, I like to see what you think of it. If you want to put into words, maybe if you can think of, okay, maybe we need to first, right? You know that you have your certain data that you're expecting and what needs to be stored into a database. Maybe it makes sense to start with the data first. Or
Sure, sure,
that's
sure,
what do you
sure.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want
Yeah,
to
that,
if you want to lay out what it is, then we can take it to the to the Cassandra and then define a table for it. Yeah.
okay.
So
I think let me share with you. Are you type on a design
no, I'm
on a,
not typing. Yeah. So
are
because you
you type?
probably
Okay. Are you type?
yeah
So hold on.
sure
Let me send you the
yeah
the red
you
that
you can
that
type
I'm.
too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I will.
Ah,
Let me show you a little thing. Hold on, please.
okay.
So when you I will share with you this.
This
Uh,
link right that you just have.
yeah.
You
Hold on.
want
Hold on.
me to
Hold
take
on.
a look at it?
Hold on. Let me. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let
The
me
open
show you.
movie. Ah,
Yeah.
open movie database. Right.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Okay.
get
Your
the
API
link.
key.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. Is it okay then you show it because now it's public, right? Do you want?
yeah, yeah, yeah. After that, I can.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
this API key, this API key is there is a limitation. So if
Oh,
someone
okay.
wants to consume a lot of those things, probably
Yeah.
once how can I say exceeded the access
Yep.
the link will not works. But
Okay.
this is the oh god.
Okay.
If you do this get request, you will
Yeah.
see the data that I need to store. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
maybe if you want
Yeah.
to do this on
Got it.
using
Ah, okay. Oh,
Postman or browser or something like that, we are able to see this
okay.
data structure that we need to store in the database, just like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
Do you
see.
want
I
to see?
see.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do it and then I can paste those things on on the window. Hold on, let me try to do
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So this is the data that we need to store. Okay, I will open a new text box. Oh God.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I see.
Okay,
I see what you
so
mean.
okay.
Okay.
I think that the most of the fields on this data I don't need, but
Okay.
actually what I need is the ratings data. The
Oh. Okay.
okay,
Maybe.
because
Yeah.
the
We
rating
can.
yeah
Yeah. You're
because
right. We
the rating
can make
data
it simple. Yeah.
yeah, because the rating data, I need, I have a couple business logic that I need to use, especially how can I say I need to. I need to calculate
Mm-hmm.
the points of this movie,
Yeah.
because the game is based on the movies against the movies. So
Yeah.
the application will offer two movies to the
Okay.
player, and the player, you need to choose and need one single only,
Yeah.
in order to guess who is the most famous one. So, oh,
Okay.
this is the famous one. Okay, great.
Okay.
You got point, and you will get a next round. And
Yeah.
we have, and the player will you have only failures. Three failures choose to do in order to close the game. So,
Okay.
but this is the whole data of the movie. But
Okay.
um,
Okay.
we need to use another kind of URL,
Yeah.
another API address, endpoint, in order to get a
Yeah.
range of the movies, because we cannot just, how can I say, we, we need to know the start point and the end point of the list, because
Yeah.
we don't know how where it starts,
Yeah.
where it ends. So this link that I share with you is
Yeah.
the end
This
point
one. Yeah.
regarding an one only movie. But
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. Sure.
there another one that
Mm-hmm. Sure.
we can search
Mm-hmm.
by title. So we
Mm-hmm.
can, what can I say, let I will share with you.
Sure.
Well, hell, I will put another. I don't know if I will able to
Okay.
add
Do you want
another
to share your
page.
screen? Do you want to
I can,
share your screen?
yeah,
You can.
I think it's better. I can share. I can share.
Yeah.
Let me
Why
share.
don't you
Let me share.
share then? In that case, let me unshare. I think I can unshare mine and then
Yeah,
end my screen share. Yeah. If you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
share your screen, then you can explain. Yeah. That might be
yeah. It's
better.
better. It's
Because
better.
yeah.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let me see. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Oh, okay. Here we go. I think I know because I need to say share it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we
Okay.
can.
So, well, I'm using Insomnia. Insomnia's application is a REST client application, so I can use it in order
Okay.
to consume API. So,
Okay.
right here, I just asking to the
Hmm.
application, to the API, to list me
Yeah.
the movies that starts with Batman
Okay.
as a title. So we can see that we will have 501 pages.
Yeah.
Each page has 10 movies, but
Yeah.
on each movie
Yeah.
there is no rating data. So we just have resume of the movie. Do you understand me? So probably I will need to consume the previous endpoint in order to get this data. So I need to consume this API in order to get the all Batman movies.
Sure.
And
Sure. Yeah.
uh, on the first time and the second phase, I need to load the whole data of the movie in order to store in the database, in order to make the application able to get start a game.
Yeah.
Understand? So that's the reason why. So I don't know if you want well, actually,
Hmm.
I need the game doesn't need to have the most of those data. I think that,
Yeah.
me let me
Okay.
increase the letters.
Yeah.
It's
No
better.
problem. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that we can hold the title, the ID,
Mm-hmm.
the application ID. Okay, okay, this is the application ID.
The application
uh
ID. Okay.
yeah, and the votes,
Okay.
the rating, because it looks
Yeah.
like I need to do a special kind of
Yeah.
multiplication, because it looks like the points depends of the number of the votes
Yeah.
that the game is the movies have, don't send
Yeah.
receive something like that. So I need to start this kind of one, the
Oh,
this
okay.
one.
We will need the ratings. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
voting,
Oh, I see.
rating,
So
and the ID. I
yeah.
don't
Okay.
I don't need to save the type of the movies,
That's
if
right.
it's a movie or series or
Exactly.
documentary, and not I
Sure.
don't need to know where
Yeah.
it
All
was
those other
released.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't need. I just need to get those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the data get start from this request, from
Yeah.
the list of the list of data. So
Sure.
we just have the poster, the type, the ID, and the title. Okay, it's the
Yeah.
basic one, but I need to get the ranking and the voting data that's coming from another endpoint.
Sure.
And with those things holding my database, I will be able to get start
Mm-hmm.
the game, because
Yeah.
actually the game will works like something like that. The application will offer two movies, and the player needs to choose what is the famous one.
Yeah.
So, and after after three fails, choose, né?
Yeah.
Three failed thing chooses, the game will done. And
Oh.
and of course each choose needs to be stored in the database, because also I need to offer, the application needs to hold the ranking between the players. So
Mm-hmm.
how many rounds the player one
Mm-hmm.
wants, send me
Yeah.
something like that, something like that. So maybe we can use the capabilities of Astra DB or
Mm-hmm.
Pulsar or something like that in order to do that. I don't know if you are able to do the something like that.
Okay.
We can fit this kind of application to the solution in order to see how those things can
Yeah. Yeah.
make my life easier.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At least, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you showing exactly. But like you said, right now, right? If you do a search, is essentially you're choosing. Uh, when you search based on the search string is Batman, and so that will be our input essentially, an input search criteria that will
Yes,
return the records containing like Batman, and all of these. But like you said, we don't need all of the data that comes back except maybe the title, and then you said also for the rating, right? And also
yes,
couple fields we'll need from each result, right? Each record from the result. Um,
yeah,
and then from there, you saying we would want to take a look at the comparing the. Well, I think maybe the part I need you to explain again is how you saying that this would be like a game. So how you maybe I need you to explain again what how the game goes, right? Are you trying to compare like yeah, maybe you can tell me, is it like you want to search for the movies first with a certain search term, then the results come
yeah.
back? How do you want to play the game, right? Would this
Uh,
be
okay. The challenge was the challenge is uh, I need to store movies on my database just like that. I
yeah.
don't need to getting update this kind of data most of the time. I just need to get those things from the web and start in my application. But the
Yeah.
game will runs like something like that. I don't know. I think that uh, we can change a little bit this kind of game. Maybe
Sure.
we can get started. Okay, let's get started the application, so the
Mm-hmm.
game. So the player pass the name of the character. For example, I'm assuming Batman as the main character of the movies. Okay, is Batman movies. So, for example, I want to play with Superman movies. For example, I
Mhm.
so the first step is the player will choose Superman movies, and
Mhm.
those processes will run behind the scenes. So we need to do the search on the database in order to get the whole data. So probably we will the first
Mhm.
phase it will be grab the list of the movies, and
Mhm.
the second phase will be in arrangement of the each movie, because I don't have rating and voting data on there in the first
Mhm.
phase, so I need to improve it. So maybe we can do this behind the scenes as well. And once everything is done, the game can get started. So when
Okay.
the game get start, the application will offer two movies
Yeah.
between the movies that returns,
Mhm.
and the player will choose which is the famous one, just like that. Oh, this
Oh,
one
that's
is the
famous.
famous one. For example, the movie A is the most famous one.
Mhm.
So okay, the application will compare
Mhm.
against the rating between the
Sure.
game, the movies, and the decision is, oh, the player won the round because he
Mhm.
choose the famous one, and the game will offer another pair of the movies. So
Mhm.
the game, and the player will run until the end, until he wants to stop. So
Mhm.
but each choose also needs to be stored, if he wins or if he loses, because also I need to have a player ranking in the application for
Mhm.
for example, I want to see my ranking between the players of the platform. So, oh, I mean,
Okay.
I am in the first place, in the second place, and something like that. This is
Mhm.
the challenge that I received in a couple days ago, but
Oh,
um, it's just for studying purpose,
for
just like
studying.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
but it's not a kind of application that I'm trying
Oh, okay.
to
Okay.
create in order to move it forward in the interview that
Okay.
I've trying to be a that I applied. Okay, but
Yeah.
we can create a kind of application something that I don't know if you understand the whole games, how the game works, but
Mhm.
it's a very simple. It's a very simple. I don't know if I was able to explain those things to you,
Oh,
Mary, but
yeah. 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 Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but
I was just
we can.
yeah. I was just trying to also, yeah, understand the game itself. Yeah, but I think now I get it. You are just saying that the game will be played between two players. So essentially, they just guess which one is more popular. Is that right? Or
Yeah, yeah. Well, the game can be played by one player only. So, for example,
oh,
because it's easier to handle it, but
hmm
we can.
oh, so
For
yeah.
example,
But how
I
do you
am the play
determine?
one. I am the
Yeah.
play one. So I will get
Hmm.
start the game. So the first question is, what kind of movies do you want to compare? For
Mm-hmm.
example, I will type a Batman. So
Mm-hmm.
once I type it, the application will works in order to put the
Mm-hmm.
all Batman movies on the database in order to make those things works. Of course, it will happens one time only. If someone asking again to Batman, everything is on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, once it is done, I can get start my game. So I will get started my game right now, and
Mm-hmm.
the application will start to offer me a pair of movies. So
Mm-hmm.
I need to choose which is the famous one. So
Mm-hmm.
I choose the first one and the second one, something like simple like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I choose the first one. I got I run or I
Mm-hmm.
lose my
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
And we can put logic, game logic on there. For example, oh,
Mm-hmm.
if the
Yeah.
player did wrong mistake, three mistakes, the game is over. So
Mm-hmm.
we can get a start, something like that. But the the main the reason why that I'm propose it is because I think the the feeding of the movies,
Mm-hmm.
we can use the capabilities of your product, the product that you are offering, that
Mm-hmm.
you are
Oh, okay.
promoting,
Yeah.
because we can make those things more, how can I say, more fluent,
Mm-hmm.
instead of to create a logic behind those scenes. For example, oh,
Sure.
I need to find out the list. I need to iterate the list and do another request, something like that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
using traditional logic that we can do behind our scenes with Java and any kind of language, but
Mm-hmm.
technology. But if we put on the application, we can
Mm-hmm.
subscribe those things. And for
Yeah.
example, the first, the first, the first, how can I say, the first job is find down the list of the movies
Mm-hmm.
by,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they offer me the ID, just like that, just ID. I just
Yeah.
need the ID, and the
Yeah.
one I stored in the on the database, I can
Yeah.
subscribe this database. I think that it works like that. I think so. So
Mm-hmm.
the application will get, okay, I got a new record. This record has a the movie ID. I can do another kind of process in
Mm-hmm.
order
Yeah.
to improve those things. I think that we can do this in
Yeah.
our application. I think so. I don't know if
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
able
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. Sure.
I think that we can plan those things in a better way.
Yeah.
Maybe design more those things in order to
Yeah.
clarify the ideas. Maybe.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think I'm starting to understand what you're explaining. I think you basically actually there are two steps first, right? There you want to be able to gather the list of, like you said, you make it into a game. It's just some movie data that you want to gather, and then from there you want maybe just have a game and then create some scenarios in which I can leverage on using the product that I have to kind of yeah, yeah, like you said, just doing a game, like you said, is just more like guessing which ones are more popular, maybe based on all the ratings that you get, and who gets a higher rating is the one to win, right? In that particular, like a very basic game. Yeah, it doesn't have to be
Yeah, yeah,
fancy, right? That type of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I
It's
see what you're
the basic idea is to learn how to work with
Mm-hmm.
streaming
Streaming. Yeah.
technology and something like that.
Yeah.
Probably
That's right. Yeah.
some
Yeah.
issues will come and that we need to face some. So it's interesting
Yeah.
because we will learn more things and something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I agree with you, but I think yeah, that will make sense. But like I said, I in my mind, I was more thinking of if we can, kind of create situation in which we want to be notified every time if something change in some data and want to be notified. But that also would
Yeah,
be another
we
case, right?
can use
So
the
yeah.
choose. For example, the round when
Yeah.
the player choose which movie is the famous one.
Mm-hmm.
Probably this kind of action could be notify another kind of
Yeah.
table, and another table can be responsible for example, for
Mm-hmm.
ranking the players of the
Mm-hmm.
platform in order
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
put those things in an order.
Sure.
And
Sure.
we can use something, or if you feel free to create more fancy things, for example, oh, maybe
Mm-hmm.
put a kind of for example, a multiplayer game, so
Mm-hmm.
we
Yeah.
can put we can connect more than one person in order to choose the movie. And we can,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Yeah. Yeah.
the sky is the limit. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. True, true, true,
but
true.
of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
it's just it's just an idea. So
Sure, sure,
we can get started on it, or if we can um,
sure.
how can I say, design this kind of idea in a better way
Sure.
before
Yeah.
to get started. Especially
Sure.
because today in a So Java YouTube channel,
Yeah.
we will have Billy
Oh,
Corando
Billy, that's
speaking
right.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's today.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and
You have to do.
he will be
Yeah.
there in a 1 hour
Oh,
probably.
okay. So you will be
So, but
hosting. Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I must thank you for this opportunity. Maybe we
Oh, you're
can
welcome.
working
Yeah.
together, especially because I want to
Sure.
learn more about streaming
Sure. Sure. Sure.
technologies
No
and
problem.
those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I think it will be great. It will be
Oh yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, you make good suggestion. Like I said, I think in my mind too, I'm thinking I should have some use case we can kind of work on an application together. I mean, that's certainly it is a very good suggestions. Yeah, yeah, no doubt about that.
If you want to put idea on that in order to improve it, feel free, Mary,
Yeah, sure.
and
Yeah,
I will
sure.
be I'm able to I will be able to working together in order to make
Sure,
those things work. So maybe
sure.
and if you want, I
Mm-hmm.
can bring more people in order to watch and then see those things
Oh yeah.
how those things work.
Oh sure, sure.
I
Yeah,
can talking to the people down here in Brazil in order to see how those things work. I
sure.
think it would be awesome because it's
Yeah,
interesting to
it
see this
is.
kind of technologies.
Totally, totally. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, but in order, since you said that this is a project, you want to be able to see if you can leverage on this for your particular, I mean, task, right? Is this actually your task? Do you have a project that you need to work on this? Maybe I can start to think of.
I don't need to finish this kind of task right away. It's just
Oh, okay.
study purpose, just like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't need to release this thing to another one. It's just
Okay. Okay.
study stuff, just like that.
Okay.
So
Okay. Just for
so
studying. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I don't care about the time. There is no time box for this.
Oh, okay,
So
okay, okay, yeah. Okay,
okay,
yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, okay, we'll keep that. I'll keep that the drawing board on so to speak,
sure,
our
sure.
drawing board, we keep that for now. And yeah,
Yeah,
sure, we
I will
can kind
try
of
to find out the best tool to work on it. I will talk to
sure.
you later, maybe
Sure. Yes, yeah, everybody,
maybe so we can work
that's
together.
right.
I don't know if the people in a streaming wants to
Sure,
participate. So if they want,
sure.
we can
Yeah,
getting start to talking about, so we can
sure.
design a kind of application that the people
Sure.
can jump in and maybe for
Sure.
example, oh, I need a new feature or something like that, so I we will open an issue on a
That's right.
repository and the people will working together and
Oh yeah,
I think those
totally.
things will be awesome.
Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Obviously, yeah. Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, but otherwise too, I do have some time. I mean, if you still want to work on it, we can. Like I said, right? I was more thinking of we can more brainstorming. Right? Doesn't have to be the right thing, but if I was thinking more like if you think of already just a very simple case, if you just want to have essentially if we want to get the data back, we want to be able to then store the data, let's say in the table, right? So then we can kind of use that table as a base as far as get the data and then basically track any kind of changes. That would be just one way. I'm just immediately I can think of that we can then try out in the Cassandra database if you have time. If not, don't worry about it. I will just stay on and just give it a try, right? Use this data and create a simple table. Yeah, otherwise too, yeah, feel free. Yeah, you have to
Okay,
host a jug meeting tonight, so no need for you to stay on if you're busy. But like I said, if folks wants to join, right, this is my Discord server if you want to join, and then we can kind of work on a longer term plan, right, to work on this too. So yeah.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
I just send you the link of the
Okay,
API that I need to
the API,
consume.
right?
So
Okay,
maybe we can make ideas about those things, how to store those things,
sure.
maybe in a streaming way. So
Sure.
maybe you can share with us how
How?
can we
Yeah.
store those things in Astra DB or
As
something like
DB.
that,
Yeah,
or in
that's right.
using a pulsar or something like that in order to
Sure.
maybe control the game status just like
Yeah.
that. So we
Sure.
can we
Yeah,
can think more
we can
later.
talk about that later too. Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
sounds great. Thank you. Thank you, Max. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're welcome to still hang out if you want, but if you have to get ready for your jug meeting, is it still
Yeah,
online meeting or is
I
it
I will
on?
need to get out. I need to get out because I
Okay.
need to
Yeah,
be ready,
that's right.
especially
Yeah.
because today Billy wants to talking about the
Yeah.
Java 18 changes
Ah,
that coming us. So I
sure.
today I watched his presentation on Argentina user group, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, he did that too.
um
Yeah.
yeah, and it was awesome. I think that it will be awesome as well in Soul
Yeah.
Java, especially because we have about 100 people watching in the same time, so I think the
Oh.
audience will be interesting
Oh, so you are,
to them.
yeah. So you are
So
saying it's a combined jug meeting in Argentina jug and the Soul
no,
Java?
no, so Java only today. But
Oh,
maybe in
okay.
the future, if you we
Yeah.
well, today I joined on a group, Argentina group,
Oh,
so maybe we can
oh, you joined. Yeah.
discuss and
Sure. Sure.
make a kind of a relationship in order to make
Sure.
a kind of combination
Sure.
of
Sure. Yeah.
meet up something like
Like a
that.
joint.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Joint
but
jug.
it will be awesome, and
Yeah.
I must thank you for this opportunity to
Oh, you're welcome.
join me,
Anytime.
and thanks
Thanks
to
for the.
having me.
No problem.
I'm just to I'd like to do those good things to help the people, to help the developers, as you know. So
Sure.
I
Yeah.
I I I, I, I like to
Yeah.
share with the people. So that just the
Sure.
reason why I like to follow you and another
Thank you. Yeah.
developers that wants to do the same thing. So
Yeah. Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
the reason why I'm here. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Totally.
I need
Totally. Yeah.
to
Thank
go.
you.
I need to get out.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
must
Yeah.
thank you,
You're
and
welcome.
feel free
Yeah.
to hit me out. And that the people, I don't know if well,
Okay.
I mean, I'm on the Discord. I'm on the
Yeah.
Mary's Discord.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. Thank you.
if you wants to talk,
Thank you,
feel
Max.
free.
Thanks,
Okay,
Max. Yeah. Okay.
bye,
We'll see you. You'll see you next time. Yeah. In the meantime, if
bye.
folks wants to stay, I'm still gonna do a couple more things. So okay.
Sure,
Thanks a
sure.
lot. Thanks for the idea. Okay. Bye bye. Bye.
Bye,
Yeah.
bye.
Okay. Bye. Yeah. Okay. Here I am. I'm going to go back to the Astra. If folks you are still around too, let me see the Astra. There we go. Yeah, so we'll go back to here. Let me go back to the Astra. That's another thing. If it's idle, then it will log me out, right? So, uh, okay, let's see. I need to show on the stream. That is strange. It's not okay. It's still coming up. So, yeah. So, all right. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So we're back to Astra. So if you are there, right? Like, let's say, right, there's some movie data. However way the data is going to come in, maybe at this point, let's not worry about it. We can potentially have the data. Maybe we can write another listener to, so to speak, right? That is basically listens for any time, right? When we query the movie database, and then we have a program that actually takes in the result, right? That Max was talking about, an API that actually get the result of a movie database. We capture those information, those columns that we're interested in, and store them into a database. So in this case, we're going to use Cassandra. And then in Cassandra too, that's what it is. We don't have to store all of the data, let's say, but we're going to take what we are interested in. And in this case, why do we do this? It may not be the it's not the finalized version. Let's say if we just want to take a database in here, I already have created a couple of databases. But actually, let me pick one that will work with with the change data capture, right? As such, right? I talk about change data capture. So let's say, right, we first kind of create a database by going to the create database. And then in Cassandra's term, right, you give it a database name, and then also it's called a key space. That's important too. It's a Cassandra types of feature. Key space is equivalent of like a namespace. So then you establish the context. Think of it more like kind of a container kind of thing, that space, right? Where you name things will be applied to that space for this database. So I've already created it. So I'm going to use one that I've already created. But just say for now, if you're interested, you can create a database, give it a key space name, and then pick a provider. Think of that, the fact that right now you get $25 for credit, right? So, and it's kind of like, if you think about it, right? If I go back there, okay. So let's say if you want to create something, you can pick something, but the idea is that I wanted to say is the CDC feature, the change data capture feature, currently does require that your Cassandra needs to live in the same region, as the pulsar. So in other words, if you want to create this database, you want to make sure that the region will have support for the change data capture. So let's go find out to see which one that's supported by the change data capture. Then we want to create the database with that. So, okay, so let me go back. I'm not going to create it, but if you want to create, just hold on for a second, okay? And here we go. Let me kind of go find out, I think documentation, okay. Okay, so let's see, just want to make sure that you see it too. Okay, folks, let me see. I'm like having my other thing to make sure you can get to this page that I'm looking at. Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, so I found out that I'm in here. So let's go over here. I'll share this tab right now. So you should be able to see the documentation on Astra DB. Again, if you're interested, feel free to play around with it. It doesn't, cost you anything. If you just want to play around with it, you get the automatic $25 credit, right, that you can use. And you don't need your credit card when you first do that. So, okay, here we go. Let me kind of search for something in here and search. Let's search for the CDC. Okay. Oh, the search will bring me to a new tab. So let me share this tab instead. So here we go. So if you search for CDC, is change data capture. And we want to be able to say that change data capture, you see that there are lots of information in here. But let's say we do this one, I believe we should be in here. Okay, so, but you have to also take a look too. I think, let me kind of make sure that you can get to this page. Yeah, okay, cool. So right here too, it says enabling CDC for Astra DB will result in increased costs. Yeah, it is very true. That's kind of one thing, is that it if you use up your $25 credit, then yeah, it's basically to just use it at your discretion and be aware that it may start to increase the usage. So, but I do want to say that again, supported data or limitations. Okay, let's take a look at limitations. Limitations is that it does not manage table truncates and does not sync data available before starting the agent, and does not replay logged batches, and does not manage time to live, does not support range deletes, and the column names must not match a pulsar primitive type name, and it does not support multi-region. So that's the key. Does not support multi-region. So you have to make sure that the region where you'll be creating your database, the Astra database, the Cassandra one, will have to be a region that also supports this CDC feature. And that's what I'm trying to find out. Wait a second. I thought that's what it used to be, right? Let me kind of take a look. That's right. Here we go. This is what I need to be looked at. So Astra DB CDC, this feature can only be used in a region that supports both the Astra streaming. So that's the Cassandra streaming and also Astra DB. So regions, let's see which one we can use. So let's say, for us, why don't we just use Google Cloud in this case? But it sounds like because I'm in central region of the US, I'm going to use US Central 1 and Council Bluffs, Iowa, US. Now, if you are actually located not in the US, you may be getting a a warning. I think you may have some blockages right now. If you are truly interested, please join me on my Discord, and then I can help you to enable your region too. So just let me know. Okay, so for now, if you're watching, if you're in the US, feel free to maybe, let's say, pick one of these regions that are supported for your database. So in my case, I actually already have GCP for one of my database, so I'm going to use that one, right? Okay, so now let me then go back to my Astra DB. And where's my Astra DB? Here we go. Okay, I'm going to go back to my Astra DB now. So, okay, so there's one. I think my Twitch demo one is already Google Cloud. That's right. And I have US Central 1. So this is good. So this is my Twitch demo database that's already been created. But again, you can create one while you're watching this. Make sure you pick a region that's supported by CTC, right, for your database. So now, that's another thing. After you create a database, then you also then have to go for doing like streaming too. But now I kind of skip over. Right now, we don't actually have any tables yet over here, right? I have key space, but I don't have any tables yet. So we're going to take care of that shortly. But in the meantime, just wanted to point out too, if you're ready to use streaming, right, how do you do it? You can actually, there's a menu, as you kind of see this, there's streaming. You can actually create the stream. So this stream is essentially gets into Pulsar. This is behind the scenes Pulsar now. So you, again, I just want to quick kind of review is that Pulsar is a unified messaging and streaming platform. And it has the idea of a tenant, right? So again, this is a unified messaging system that supports different tenants within the same kind of region, right? So tenants, think of it like in a building, right? Inside the building, there are different rooms. Or even now, I'm staying at a hotel, right? We all stay at the hotel, but there are different rooms. Each room is individually equipped, right? We have bathrooms, we have a little kitchen area with a refrigerator, all of these things, a bed, all these things, sink where you can wash your face, right? All these things. So bathroom like that. So everything is self-contained, but think of it, a tenant is like that, a room at a hotel kind of thing, but this is the Pulsar. So this is how you do it. You, again, give it a tenant name, and then pick a region that's the same as the database where you want the stream to be working with. So in my case, I have Google Cloud, right? And then I pick Google Cloud as US Central 1 is what I have. So, okay, so it also tells you then how much it costs too. So can have different costs. But like I said, right, it's still like not way too bad, right, if you just want to test something kind of simple. So since I've already created my stream, I won't go do it. But I just want to point out to you. So if you can see there's a MG Twitch tenant 1 is something I've already created. So after you create it, you should be able to then go to streaming. And this is where you can, without even coding, you can quickly test like the streaming out too, directly on the console, right? So the quick start will kind of show you what it is, right? Getting started with Astra. This is actually called Astra streaming. It's essentially enabling Cassandra to do streaming through Pulsar. And that's Astra streaming. Now, again, I know this is commercial product, but the thing is too, here's another thing. Astra streaming is commercial, but we give you credit, like $25, right? So if you go back to the dashboard, as you can see, I haven't spent anything yet. I still have this credit. And so as you can see, when you start to like write and do read, then you start to be using those credit, right? So the plan is free. So that's the thing. So this is what I've created, but let's right now, right? We already got our database created. We have our stream. Nothing makes sense yet because there are no data yet. So let's say, right, we kind of go with the idea with Max movie data idea. So let's say if we go in here, sorry, this actually, I have multiple databases now because I use it for different purposes. So let's go to my Twitch demo one. And this is what I use for Twitch. So over here, I can actually quickly then create my table. And then how you can is, if you look over here, there's connect. Okay, that's the connection. That's another thing. the connect will actually show you how you can use the different APIs, and then we have example too. And then you can use different SDK, JavaScript or Python or Java. You can also connect using gRPC, and Rust is supported too. Go is supported, Node.js and Java. And there's also other tooling, other libraries like Spark and HTTP. So all of these things. So it's actually quite good. And then it gives you example, everything you can actually use, what it is already helping you in here. Now, in my case, I've already created my token, my security token. So if you haven't already done it, I think it will also guide you through. You can go to this organization level and go to your particular organization. By default, should be your email address. Then you should be able to see manage organization. Okay. And then basically over here too, you can see organization. Okay, let me kind of go back there. That's organization, but you can go to organization settings. So settings is where you set up all of your user management, role, and token kind of thing. So now in my case, I've already set up my, go to security setting. Wait, actually, is it token management? Okay. And okay, see, I've already generated an existing token. So when you start to use this, it should ask you. So just kind of like a heads up that you make sure you create a token that you can use too. So then your API can then call, when you write your program to use the API, you do need the token in order to access your runtime, meaning your database instance. So okay, so that's that. Let me kind of go back to my console there. It's just taking a bit of time. Not sure if anybody is still here. It's a bit quiet today, but I think it will be good is that I go back to my Twitch demo. And then if you go into your database, then it shows you where you're looking at Connect. And then you go to the console. In order to be able to interact with your database, you can actually use the Cassandra query language, right, CQL, to interact and then also create your table too. So, okay, so we are in, if you go to the CQL console, that's where you get to this. And then, oops, I guess it's not that. Okay, I'm like, okay. You'll see, okay, get back into here. You can do help. You can actually then do a create too. You can actually, what was that? Describe, or actually, what is that? The I think it's show, help show. So basically, if you can also see all of these things, but there is also a consistency or capture, exit, login. What is it? Select star from table, something. Okay, so the thing is, even for me, because I don't do it every day, you can kind of do quick reference guide, right? Okay, so click on the reference guide, then you'll be able to see what are the different commands. It works, this is called CQL because it's Cassandra query language, but it actually is very much conforms to the standard SQL command too. So it's not going to be too difficult. Let's say if you go to introduction, right? So we want, I think I might have shown you already. So let's kind of look at this again. Accessing data using CQL, CQL shell. This is where we are. We're in the shell now. When you open up that, and over here, you should be able to do CQL reference, data types, operators. Operators is what you can operate on the data, doing select, right? Actually, what I want to do is create a table. How about that? Introductions, right? Okay, and go to CQL commands. There we go. So create table is what we want, because so far we don't actually have any tables yet. So you can just do same thing, create table. You do need to give your key space name, because then that will give the context where you want to create your table, and then you give the column definition. So let's take a look at some examples, right? Over here, create table if not exist, like something like this. So very much like standard SQL thing. So why don't we do this, right? something like this. I'm going to just copy something like this so then I have them ready. And I'll go back now to my console. Here we go. Okay. Let me go back there. Okay, I think I should be able to do this. And actually, can I open new tab? Okay, I just want to make this a little bigger. So, and let me make sure that it is, yeah. Hold on a sec. Oh, there is I have a friend, actually Pratik, who told me that there's a meetup tonight. Maybe tech on the belt line. Okay, all right. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to take 1 minute to reply to Pratik because I'm in Atlanta. If you know Pratik, he's the DevNexus organizer, right? He and Vincent, and with the Atlanta Java users group. But he's telling me that there's a meetup. Maybe I should try to join them. What do you think? They're going to talk about, let me see what they're talking about too. Oh, April Tech. Oh, that's Pratik. They're hosting that too. Well, the only thing is I don't know if I know how to get there by train. So, oh, it's an outdoor event. Yeah. Maybe oh, it's at a brewery. Wow, how about that, right? Anyway, so yeah, I will kind of go and visit with them. It starts at 6 o'clock. So let me spend kind of a little time. Let's kind of create our database first, right? Okay. If you can see me, let me expand on the size. Okay, cool. All right, so here we go. Now I copy in this. It's essentially create table if not exists, right? And like that. So let's do this one thing. And I think, let me see if it works. Okay. I don't think I want this. So, okay. It would say, okay, that's fine. So, all right. So let me kind of copy this table. If not exists, it doesn't exist, but that's okay. We can do that. And let's say, right, we have my, what is it? MG Twitch, is it key space 1? Dot, let's say the table, table test, right? Something like that. Let's do a test table first. In this case, let's use the data that Max was showing us. Let me see if I can go back to that. Yeah, here I am going back to here. Okay, I'm back here, back to that drawing board that between me and Max was talking about. And I'm sorry, it seems like for a while I wasn't quite understanding exactly the sequence that he was talking about, but after he showed the data, then I can understand now. So basically, I think it's just we want to be able to extract the data that we do a query on the movie database. So what we want is probably like a title. We want to be able to have actually first the unique ID, right? That's what we want. So I think he was showing that an IMDb ID, that will become our unique ID. I think that's what it is. So maybe we can map it and call it IMDb ID. That will be our ID as the key, right? That's a unique identifier, kind of like that. So, and actually, let me do this one thing. I think I should be able to say, what is it? IMDb ID, is that right? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still not in here. So IMDb ID, we'll use that. And then also we're gonna use the IMDb rating that we'll be interested in, and also a number of votes. Well, the votes too may not show. So something like a rating is what we're interested in, let's say, right? We do a query, we get an aggregate value is basically the rating. But it's interesting too, the ratings, it does give you a bit of a detail. It's kind of a complex kind of structure. Well, the ratings is actually a bit more complex structure, not too complex, but it's just giving you where it's got rated, the source, and then the value that's got rated. And so that's how we know what the rating is. And then it probably compute and giving you an 8.2 as the average. Is that correct? The IMDb rating? Oh, maybe it's just Internet Movie Database. Oh, that one, it only takes from that. So I have to have Max come back, but let's say let's not complicate. Let's not do much compute right now. We can kind of still use this API to query, get back the result. From there, we extract that, and then from there, we do a load, right? Load it into this database. So we're going to load the data, IMDb ID, IMDb rating. And I think we might also want that. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. So let me go back here. Okay. So from there, we can then have the title, and then also maybe have something like a released, maybe a release date. So something like that. So 4 fields only. So we're going to get these 4 and then create a table with it. So IMDb ID. Actually, let's not use the database, but I think it's integer, maybe primary key. Let me go back to the. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I am actually not sharing the right thing right now. View tab. Okay, I'm in here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me go back to the other. I thought I did share. That's the thing too. Right now, if I'm not streaming, from home, where I actually have all the setup, it's much harder to stream when I'm not at home. So I apologize. So we're back to here. I want to be able to create a table. So let's say I may not get the syntax correct, but that's okay. Again, I'm going to use IMDb ID and then IMDb rating, right? This one is also maybe an integer, I think. Oh, no, actually, that might be a float, right? This one is, I think, I'm not sure if it's the right thing, but let's say title. This one would be text. And then title, and then there's also which other thing we need? A year, right? What year was it released? Or is it date? Let me kind of go back to that. Released. Okay, that might be good too. Let's say that way we also have some reference to that. Now, again, it's not going to be this is just a test one, so it probably doesn't matter. And I wonder if there's a date field. Okay, let's see what happens. And I think date table, if not, so let's see. I got it wrong. No viable alternative at input. Okay, what does it mean? Oh, because I cannot have dash. I think it's an underscore. So I bet that's what it is. Okay, I have to maybe reference going back. I wish too I could have another console. Maybe I could too. I think it's an underscore. Okay. Invalid query. Oh, my key space is not correct. Okay, so all right. Well, you know what I'll do? Let me kind of quickly copy, but I wonder if I could. I'll open up another. Oh, I'm also in the console over there too. So on another one. So I'm just going to check the names. I didn't get it right. Let's see what my key space I have done. My key space. Oh, it's just my Twitch KS. No wonder. Okay. Let me go back to this. Am I here? Okay, here we go. I think I'm here. Okay. I got it wrong. Sometimes, it's funny, right? We kind of like do things and then we forget. My Twitch KS. Not even one. Oh, maybe, yes, there is a one. Oh, really? Oh, just KS. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I had, right? My Twitch KS dot table test. It still doesn't like it. This one says, yeah, the Twitch KS invalid query. And it is right. It is right. My Twitch KS. Okay, and then I'm in the MG Twitch demo 1. Unless connected to CNDB. Okay, so you know what? I need to log in. Maybe because log in. Oh, I don't know. Let me let me kind of go over here and let me, okay, let me go back to here. So it's actually this database where I wanted to create. So I'm in here, I'm in Twitch demo 1, and then my key space is this guy, my Twitch KS. I can't delete. Okay, fine, I'm not going to delete. I just wanted to take a look. So I just got into here. So I should be able to just create that using my Twitch KS, and that's what I was doing, right? Okay. Let me go back here. Unknown key space. Okay, that's fine. Let me do it again. Okay. Create table if not exists. My Twitch KS1. Actually, there's no 1, and then table test. Okay. Why is it keep saying message? Okay, let's do this one thing. Let me just do it like that. And let's just do a very, very simple one. Maybe I'm not supposed to be using integer. Int. Let's do IMDb title text. Okay, so it still doesn't like it. It keeps saying that my key space is incorrect, but I thought it was my keys. Yeah, my Twitch KS. Why doesn't it not like it? Okay, so why don't we do this then? In this case, let me create another key space. So then in case, right? Let's create a new key space name. Let's say MG Twitch key space. Okay, that's just a whole thing. MG. Okay, and it's probably taking a bit of time to refresh. Okay, but this doesn't get oh, status is maintenance. Why is it maintenance? Maybe that's why. All right, let's do this one thing. Settings, let's see if anything. My service name hasn't been configured. Maybe that's why. Maybe somehow they are doing some kind of maintenance right now. But you know what I'll do? Let's go over to another database and let's see if it's only for the GCP. And then, I think my MGC drug one, oh, I also use that, but let's go to my DB2. This one, I think I'm using AWS. So, okay, let's try it. This one, I didn't even create a database, a key space yet. So let me create a key space. I thought I did. I don't know why. So let's do my Twitch key space. Okay. Oh, that's funny. So I think once I'm creating it, it takes time. So for some reason, this one isn't showing, and that one, okay, I'm back here. Okay, oh, good. So now my Twitch key space is there. So I think the maintenance just means things are creating and you can't use it. So, okay, let's kind of go back to my console. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot to share my other one. So, okay, so just so you know, I created a new key space. So my Twitch key space, I'm sorry, I actually, in fact, when I was creating the key space, this one, I forgot to share this tab. So as you can see, this is just really a simple, right? There we go. So, okay, I got it now. I think maybe my earlier one, somehow the key space that I created initially is no longer, accepted for some reason. So that's why it's telling me is like that. So, okay, well, no big deal, but you get the idea. So if we want to, this is how you do it. And then if you want to try to see what's in this, so all you need to do is just select star from keyspace.table name, which I just created. So right now there's nothing. Okay, so you get the idea. So why don't we do this now? Let me go back to here. Going back to here is we want to create a table. Let's say if not exists. So I'm gonna replace this key space with the latest one that I just created. Keyspace.table test. And this time is actually int, not integer. And I don't know if it takes the float. Let's see if it takes the float, okay? And then date, okay, let's see what happens. Ah, cool. So, oh, actually, here we go. Okay, awesome. So in other words, in this case too, is that I've already created a table. This table will store the data that we get back from querying the database, right? That Max is talking about. So this table will have the ID and then also the rating and also the release date and also the title. That's what we're gonna have, okay? And now it's actually 5 minutes to 6 o'clock here in Atlanta. So I think what I'll do is I will try to see how to get to the meetup where Pratik is, where all the Atlanta Java Users Group folks are, and go say hi to them and also maybe grab some dinner. How about that? But for that, thank you very much. I'm sorry, it doesn't seem like we've done a whole lot. Today, all we do is just getting to know a bit, we talk about some project idea. It took some time to kind of hash out what is needed, but I think I get the idea. At least we're working on this first part. So next time when Max comes back with the idea of, the loading the table, it doesn't matter how we load it, but once we actually get back the data, right? Maybe we can definitely build like a asynchronous way of doing things, maybe doing more dynamically. Let's say, we can kind of create the table first, define the structure, and then from there, we should be able to then use the API and query the movie database. From there, the data comes back, we'll just extract out what is of interest to the game that Max wants to play with. And then from there, we can then store the data and then maybe then implement this change data kind of capture thing in which we'll listen, right? Maybe every so often we're going to go out and do the query of the data. And then, and anytime any data changes, we will kind of issue or set up another listener to listen for any changes. So if the movie rating gets changed, maybe we'll then send a notification to our text or something something fun, so we can kind of maybe just email to, or maybe just write to a file, right, as a beginning. Essentially, just receiving notification every time some data gets changed in this table. So that's the idea, right? So you can have many ways of kind of storing the data and then assessing if there's any changes or trigger any kind of action to it. So, and with that, let me then go back to my here. So I'm back here. So I just want to thank you if you are here. Maybe not many people have stopped by, but if you did, and thank you very much. And then we will continue this conversation at my next week Twitch too. Also, I am going to be helping out with an e-commerce workshop too, and that one actually will involve more coding because it's already at my company. We're already doing these workshops at DataStax. If you go to DataStax, let me give you guys the link so it makes sense, right? DataStax developers. So DataStax developer channel. There are tons of tons of training that you can use too. So let me kind of give that to you, DataStax developers, and then you'll be able to find out, if you can find out anything that you want to kind of join any of the free tutorial that we have. So let me see. For some reason, it's not. Okay, let me kind of post it here. So. Okay, so over here too, I'm just sharing the YouTube channel. That's where the DataStax developer is, and I will also share it on this on the chat too. So DataStax developers YouTube channel. So over there are tons of free thing that you can actually use. And actually, what I'll do, I will let me see. Hide, and I will go back to here and share what I just typed on the chat. So this is the YouTube channel. So if you want, you can also go to the chat dialog and click on it and subscribe to this channel. There will be plenty of materials that you can learn Cassandra. A lot more kind of with database, I know, but we're also starting to do more of event streaming, kind of more formal kind of workshop too. So, all right. So with that, thank you very much. Although I have to kind of try to know how to get back to my screen, then I can end this streaming. So with that, thank you, everybody. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.